It's a Teen Talk Skating podcast where I embarrass myself. Hello, and welcome. That was a weird hello. I'm sorry, people. And welcome to episode number 25 of a Teen Talk Skating podcast. My name is Van Gogh, and I cannot believe that we are actually on episode 25. That's actually kind of weird. But yes, we are on episode 25, a quarter way to 100 episodes. How fun. I don't know. I've been doing this for 25 weeks. That's crazy. That's almost half the whole year, right? Wait, how many weeks are in a year again? Like 57. So like I guess I'm not. Math is not my strong suit, people. But today we have a very fun episode. I don't know if it's really a video essay episode. It's more of just like an episode I kind of thought up. I was starting the notes for the podcast on Monday. It's currently Friday. And I was like, I don't know what I want to talk about this week. But then I came up with this idea and like I kind of started like analyzing it in my head. I'm one of those very like critical thinker people who like fleshes everything out, looks at everything in detail. And yeah, I'm actually really excited for this episode because I feel like it is something very different. That's my chair. I'm sorry, it's squeaking. But yeah, you guys probably also saw the title, but whatever. I hope I do not sound very weird this week because I did get my tooth taken out this week. So I hope I don't sound too weird. It was really painful at first, but it's okay now, I think. So I hope I don't sound too weird. And yeah, first up, of course, we have our program of the week, which transitions that sound really awful. Ready? Okay, bye-bye, people. Program of the week. Okay, now it is time. Let me click out my mouse. Oops. It is time for our program of the week. And I have to say, I've watched this program so many times in the last like 2 weeks because I've been so obsessed with the music, excuse me, sir. Particularly. Okay, we got it, guys. But this program is so good. Oh my gosh. It is Ava Marie Ziegler from the USA. Her Free Skate to Love in the Dark by Adele, specifically at the 2022 Budapest Trophy, the Challenger Series Budapest Trophy. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love this program. First of all, the music, I had no idea how good Love in the Dark by Adele is because literally just because of this program, from hearing it in this program, I've literally been playing it almost like non-stop recently. I just like can't get it out of my head. Such a good song. Legitimately, like, if something stops me from listening to like Taylor Swift, you know it's a really, really good song. And like Love in the Dark is such a good song, and I've been playing it over and over. But aside from the awesome music choice, like, oh my gosh, Ava Marie Ziegler, we all know here that I always think Ava Marie Ziegler is the person who flew under the radar, and now she's kind of like really, really good, and like we never saw her coming. But in this program, I feel like this program's very artistic for her. I really, really like it. Oh my gosh, let me think about this program. This program, I feel like it is a very light program, and it fits her skating style really well. And I don't know, her edges are really good, I feel like. I know I say that for like every skater, but I always think like everyone's edges are good, but I don't know how to say, like, describe, but everyone does like their edges differently, obviously, and it's like really subtle. But I feel like her, Ava Marie Ziegler's edges are like really fitting with the music. I don't know how to say, but she feels, I don't know, she's really into it, I feel like. And the choreo sequence, oh my gosh, I always say choreo sequence is like, you know, one of those top elements for me. Like, I always love a good choreo sequence. And I often find that a lot of single skaters, particularly, they really, like, go really fast through their choreo sequence. They can do more jumps or whatever. But, oh my gosh, this is, like, the perfect length of a choreo sequence to me. It takes place after all the jumps, but it's so good. So first she does a Ina Bauer that goes, like, across the whole ring. It's beautiful. And then she does, like, a little backwards jump. I don't know how to explain, but she jumps, and then she almost does like a split in the air, but not really. It's like a little hop in the air, and she does it backwards. And then she does this spiral, but then her hand is sliding against the ground as she kind of circles around in that spiral. And then without putting the other foot down, she goes into a camel spin, which is so beautiful. So let me reiterate that, right? She does a spiral, very beautiful. She slides her hand on the ground while spinning around, and then that spinning motion takes her into a camel spin. And she never puts her foot down, which obviously is very difficult, and it is one of the most beautiful things in figure skating ever. And I don't know, I hope she keeps on doing it, because I don't see that usually I don't think I've ever seen that before. And, like, that's really cool to me. Like, if you can show me something I've never seen before in skating, that's so cool. And it's, like, so aesthetically pleasing and everything. But yeah, the music, the choreo sequence. What else? I like where the jumps are within the music as well. They feel very timed very, very well. And so I really love musically timed jumps, too. And I like the outfit, too. It's, like, this nice, like, teal-ish color, I guess. I don't know. But, yes. Ava Marie Ziegler, her 2022 free skate to Love in the Dark by Adele. Watched it at the 2022 Budapest Trophy, sorry. Yes, I'm so excited to see what her programs are this season as well. But, yeah. Now time for the main episode. Woo! That was weird. That was your program of the week. Okay, so we have my best friend Stitch here. He's with us again, everybody. That's fun, right? And we are going to be talking about figure skating costumes today, because I really feel like, a lot of focus is always on the program music, the skaters themselves, the jumps, the spins, etc. But, like, let's talk about figure skating costumes, because I feel like very underrated. Excuse me. Oh, I burped. Oops. But I really do feel like skating costumes are so cool. And so I really want to really dig deep on them today. And that's why today's episode is called Getting a PhD in Figure Skating Costume Analysis. Because by the end of this, I hope to have successfully defended my dissertation. And I expect a degree in the Mayo ISU. I'm kidding, but sometimes I wish I could get a PhD in figure skating. But I really want to discuss costumes, outfits, analyze them, why do we have them, what are they used for, etc. in this episode. And it's going to be very, very fun. I guess it is kind of a video essay episode I don't know. I just love doing these. But figure skating has always been a unique sport. We all know this. There's no sport like figure skating on this entire planet. It's very, very unique. Costumes especially are one of the most unique parts, because each skater has their own costume. It's specifically created for their program, their style, their wants, their needs. Compared to other sports where, especially in team-related sports, everyone is wearing the same jersey, the same, sweater, the same whatnot. In basketball and ice hockey, etc. Everyone's wearing the same thing, or around the same thing, with the same team colors and the same this and that. And we do have that in figure skating with, like team jackets. But when you're on the ice, when you're performing, your costume is completely unique. There's no like, oh my god, we both showed up in the same dress kind of deal, because, it is a very unique sport. Every costume is very, very unique. And so, even in like solo sports such as, tennis, or badminton, they have like outfits as well, but they're not costumes per se. They're usually like sponsored outfits or whatnot. But in figure skating, there's no like Nike brand, Adidas brand sponsoring these skaters on when they're performing on the ice. And so I really do think that's one of the things that makes the sport, again, really unique. But the costume itself is so, so central, and I really want to delve deeper into this later. But for now, I want to say that I think people often remember things based on, like, iconic outfits, and the costume is a part of the program itself, right? And within the program, there's music, there's jumps, there's spins, there's sequence for step and choreo in the free. There's the skater themselves, there's their personality, but their outfit as well. It's what you see. What are they wearing, right? And so the first thing you see as the viewer is the costume. When they get ready on the ice, you see the costume. You don't hear the skating, you don't hear the music yet. You see the costume they're wearing. And in a sense, it's a weird comparison, I know, but whenever I watch cooking shows, they're always like, you always eat with your eyes first, as in you always look at how the food is presented on a plate first before you eat it. And that makes you, more, I guess it makes the food tastier, I guess. Weird comparison, but that's kind of how I feel about figure skating costumes. Like, you don't eat, oh my god, you view the skating with your eyes on the outfit first, not the music. You don't hear it first. You see a costume like, wow, that skater's outfit is very beautiful. Oh wow, that suit is really elegant. Wow, that dress is so pretty, right? You see that outfit first, and that's your immediate recognition of a skater, of the program, not before the music has even started. And so it really does set the mood of the program based on the outfit. I feel like that's the main connection between viewer and skater before the program starts, is costume. And so again, today I really want to analyze the types of costumes out there, the effects they have on the viewers, and of course I want to talk about my favorite costumes, because what else? I want to talk about my favorite costumes, who's worn them, why I think they're so pretty or cool. There's a big, few common themes within my interests, my preferences for figure skating costumes. Yes. So, we're gonna get my PhD in figure skating costume analysis. I hope the ISU lets me get it. But I do want to shout out a website which is called Figure Skating Costume. I think Costume or Costumes on Tumblr. It is a website with a bunch of figure skating costumes on it. It's collected, different skaters' costumes over the year, and I think it just posted about them. It's really cool. And it is still updating and everything. So yeah, it's has a bunch of costumes on it. I think they run different polls about whose costumes are the best, things like that. And so what am I talking about? And so, yeah, so definitely go follow them, check them out if you're interested in learning about figure skating costumes and figure skating, fashion stuff. So, yeah, Figure Skating Costumes is a really good Tumblr to check out if you're interested. They have a bunch of photos that are super cool from different sources that they collected. So I really recommend it. Yeah, shout out to them, because I found them out and I was like, ooh, okay. But, if you want to analyze something, it has to have a purpose. And, I'm very scientific. I'm really going to get my PhD in this subject. I need to really understand my material, right? So in figure skating, each costume has a purpose. No skater's wearing something just to wear something. They have to wear something, well, why not make it look good, right? They're not just wearing blue because they want to wear blue, right? They're wearing blue because there's a specific, deeper reason behind it, right? I sound really pretentious, don't I? Do you go to a party just wearing something because you wear something? Sometimes, maybe that's me, but, when you go to a nice fancy party or whatnot, you wear something because a specific reason. Oh, you like how the color looks on you, or, there's a theme for the party and you want to match the theme for the party. Or, you go to school, you want to wear, what are you wearing that day? Why are you wearing it? Oh, this is how I feel. This is how I want to project how I feel. I want to wear a hoodie because I just feel so dead today. Literally me. I mean, I don't wear hoodies, but... Or, I really feel like wearing flip-flops because I want to, I don't know. I want to wear this or whatever. And so there is an intent behind each costume, what it portrays, why it portrays it, how it looks on the ice. And so today I've broken down into 6 different types of reasons behind a costume. there's definitely more, but these are the main 6, in my opinion. So, before that, though, I want to discuss the Paris and Iceland kind of boogaloo that we have going on, because I feel like there is kind of like, not a debate, it's kind of more like friendly banter in the figure skating community, is like, should, when, a pair or an ice dance couple, they skate together, should their costumes match? Should they not? And it depends on the context for me. It depends on, like, are they playing 2 different characters? Are they trying to portray 2 different sides of something? Like, we had Chalk and Base last year, is like fire and air, or, what are they trying to portray is the main thing for me. So, like, if it matches, cool. If it doesn't match, cool. But I do see a lot of people saying that, like, the man in Paris and Ice Dance, they always get, like, the worst, most boring outfits ever. I thought that is a very common theme, honestly. They're always wearing black, and it's like, come on, give us something interesting, okay? And, there definitely is many examples of the guys wearing interesting things, but, I feel like everyone should get interesting costumes, like, I don't know. But some costumes match, some don't. It depends for me, like, how are they matching? How are they not matching? Are they really clashing colors? Or are they kind of, like, great opposites of each other for a reason? Again, a story. Is it something deeper than that? Do the colors symbolize something? And so it does depend on the situation. But in most cases, I would say, like, I like matching outfits. I think it's cool. Especially, like, the really pretty matching outfits, like Poirier and Gillis and their Wuthering Heights free dance. So beautiful in that rose gold. Oh my god. So beautiful. Okay, so the 6 reasons behind each costume. So each costume falls into one of these categories, and I'm gonna basically explain what I mean by each category, and then I'm gonna give examples of costumes that have been in that category before, obviously. So, number 1, I think, is probably the easiest to kind of explain is, number 1 is to portray a specific character or a person. And this usually happens when the music that a person is using, a skater's using, is, based on, has characters in it. Like, maybe they're skating to, they are skating to Moulin Rouge, and they really want to look like the characters in Moulin Rouge. So they, specifically copy their costume to look like a character in Moulin Rouge. Or they're skating to West Side Story, and they want to, copy how a character looks in West Side Story. It kind of like that. So they are actively seeking out to not copy in a bad way, obviously. They're trying to remodel their outfit to look like the outfit of a character in the film or the movie or the ballet or the TV show or the musical and whatnot. And so, they want to make it look as close as possible. And to me, this is really important because the audience, like, knows, like, who you're trying to be. Like, at least they'll know, like, oh my gosh, you look like, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Like, maybe you're going to skate to Beauty and the Beast. You're going to tell the story of Beauty and the Beast. Kind of like that. That's what that effect has in the audience, is that, oh, okay, you remind me of this character from this movie. I'm going to assume you're going to try to tell the story of that movie to me in your skating or anything related. And, it does take some... In figure skating, costumes have to take some creative liberty. You cannot skate in a giant gown with a long, giant train that touches the ice, obviously. It's not going to work. This giant poofy skirt, it isn't going to work. And so, sometimes we got to take some creative liberties, and that's what happens, because you're going to get deduction if you skate in this giant dress. So again, can you skate in Belle's giant yellow dress from Beauty and the Beast? No, you cannot. But you can skate to a shortened version of it in a nice yellow skirt. Yeah, you can. And so, obviously, in every costume, there has to be some sort of, necessary liberty that we have to take. Sorry, we can't exactly make it like it because of this rule or whatnot. So, yeah, these are copied or modeled after a character. So for the singles example, Katarina Witt and her Carmen outfit, as we discussed last week in our very riveting episode about Bizet's Carmen that haunts us for all time and eternity in figure skating. Katarina Witt's Carmen, it is a very red outfit. If I can find a picture, it is a very red outfit. I'm not really sure what Carmen is specifically that she's portraying. I'm inventing new words now. I'm assuming it's like from the ballet or the opera probably, but she's wearing this very red dress with a, dark red black skirt, red bow in her hair, and there's a lot of like glitz and glamour in there. So again, model it after the character. For your pears and ice dance example, Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue in their 2019-2020 rhythm dance, they dressed up like Marilyn Monroe and Jody Maggio. Sorry for saying that wrong. I'm very sorry. But, those are people from real life. It is a little different, I guess, from the character category that I have going on. It can also be people from real life that they're trying to, portray. And so for Hubble, she was trying to portray Marilyn Monroe. Zachary Donahue was trying to portray Joe DiMaggio. And so they did it after people in real life. And, their outfit style is trying to copy them and copy how they look. And so that is for that. So that was probably the most specific we're going to get, is really specifically this character from this TV show. And it's going to get a little more broad from here now on. But they're all very related, I would say. So, number 2 is a little similar, but not really, is to portray a historical period from music, from movie, from ballet. So, a good example of this would be, let me think. Let's say we're skiing to Les Miserables, right? And maybe the skater doesn't really want to copy a character from Les Mis, but they want to portray the same historical period that Les Mis took place in, which is the, late 1900s. It's like the French Revolution, right? Right? It's like the late 1900s, right? Please don't say I'm wrong. Oh, no. 1815. It starts in 1815. Never mind, guys. Never mind. Okay, but, so, in this case, they want to portray the historical period, not exactly a character, but, they're trying to go back and look at what did people wear back then, what can I kind of use that kind of similar to what people wore back then. Obviously, they're not going to take an outfit from a museum and wear it, but they're going to recreate it, with their costume designer or whoever. Maybe they'll make it themselves, which is super impressive that people do that. But again, it is something worn during the same period of time that the story that they're trying to portray takes place. Les Mis, for example, or, again, going back to Carmen, maybe you want to portray the story of Carmen, but you don't want to wear, Carmen's outfit or Don Juan's outfit or Escamillo's outfit. You want to wear something someone you think would have worn back then and where it takes place. And I feel like it is kind of like hit or miss. Like, are we being historically accurate or not? If you are a fashion YouTuber or whatnot, please do not come for me. I totally get how, historically accurate things like are that claim to be very historically accurate usually probably are not super historically accurate. And so it is kind of like hit or miss, I guess. And even with the 2 I'm going to name right now, I'm not really sure how historically accurate they are. I just know that they're trying to portray what someone would have worn back then. So for your singles example, we have Jason Brown and his his short program from 2017 to 2018 to the soundtrack of Hamilton, the musical, which, Hamilton is a modern musical, but it is based on a historical period. And so Jason Brown is wearing this, black, it's not really black. It's it's red, I guess. So he's wearing this, white long sleeve shirt and then this, more reddish vest, I would say. And I guess it would be something someone would have worn during like the American Revolution, but I don't really know. Don't judge me. George Washington, don't come for me, please. Um, it is based on that time, I guess, and so I love it, but that is the singles example. And then for the pair/Iceland example, this past season for the 80s themed rhythm dance, Guignard Fabry did, they're holding out for a hero, and they are wearing like this electric blue jumpsuit situation with like pink in there. It's like actually really wild, and like you can't describe it because it is really wild. And then I can't describe it because it is very wild, but it's this very electric blue color. They have pink flame looking accents, spike looking accents, black with different sparkles, and they look amazing, obviously, because we love them. Again, I don't think someone in the 80s would have worn this, maybe, but maybe it's like, it's based on that time. Like, what were the ideas, the arts, the patterns of that time that can be used in skating, if that makes sense. And that is reason number 2, we pick a program. So far, recap, people, because, I talk a lot, I ramble a lot. Let's calm down, breathe. Anyway, we're not going to breathe anymore. I mean, you can keep on breathing, but I don't need to. So, number 1 is a specific character. Number 2 is a more general time period. Now, number 3 is more broad, and that is a whole different, original, unique story. So, this is when skaters use music. They do use music that is made, right? Because music has... I don't know anymore. Music has to be made. Okay. I'm so interesting, aren't I? Music has to be made. This is when the skaters just make up their own story that they're trying to portray. And I often see this. I feel like this is very often seen in ice dance especially. And I'll give a few examples later, but I would say this one gives you a lot more creative freedom in terms of what to do with an outfit. So obviously, if you come up with your own story, your own storyline, what's happening in the program, someone is eating someone else, they're falling in love, they're breaking up, their superheroes gonna fight the bad guys, stuff like that. You can make whatever you want. Then, your costume can fit that, and so you can really go with whatever costume you want, and it's very creative. And I really do like these because we're not telling a story that's already been told a million times. No, we're going to tell our own unique story. So examples, first example, Javier Fernandez, and he did his Super Javi exhibition program where he is his, own superhero. He's teaching an aerobics class. I did that in air quotes if you couldn't see, which you can't see. But he is teaching an aerobics class, and where's my train of thought? It is his own story. He's coming with his own aerobics class. This is his own story about he's actually a superhero, and he takes off his jacket or whatever, and boom, he's a superhero. He's Super Javi. And so, the costume is custom to that story. It is, let me remember what it looks like. It's yellow and red, and the superhero symbol in the middle has a big J for Javier. And so that's, it's his Super Javi. He has custom cape. He's got these long socks. His skates are big red shoes. And so, he's telling his own story. And so he has the ability to have his own, he has his own costume related to it. I can't, guys. I can't. Anyway. So, and then the pairs and ice example, Chalk and Bates, as I mentioned, I feel like Chalk and Bates are the prime example of this, making up their own story and doing costumes related to it. I feel like most iconically is their Astronaut Alien 2021-2022 free dance, where, they made up their own story. They were skating to Daft Punk music. They made up their own story of Evan Bates was an astronaut, and Madison Chalk, she's an alien, and they fall in love. And so, because they made their own story, they're able to make their own outfits. And I know Mass and Chalk is, like, involved in making their outfits, which is, like, absolutely crazy. And, like, major props to her. But, so, Evan Bates is wearing this, like, black suit, all these white lines in it to make him look like an astronaut. But then Mass and Chalk is wearing this very intricate kind of bluish gray kind of deal going on. There's a lot of different seams and patterns as if she's an alien body, right? The gloves as well. The makeup as well is part of the outfit as well. Kind of go for that extraterrestrial, I'm not from Earth vibe, I guess. I don't know. And so they are portraying this astronaut alien, and so their costumes fit that. Another example that I can think of, Yuka Orihara and Juho Pirinen from Finland in Ice Dance as well. They did their mermaid sailor free dance where at the end, Yuka Orihara, she's the mermaid, she eats Juho Pirinen's heart because he's the pirate or the sailor. And because of that, he's dressed up as a sailor and then she's dressed up as a mermaid, and that reflects in their outfits what they're trying to portray in their story. And so I feel like that is probably my favorite reason to have an outfit. I love originality. I love something unique, something different. And I feel like Ice Dance is usually that discipline that does that kind of story for me. Okay, number 4 is the most broad probably, and that is to evoke a vibe. I don't know how to explain, but you just get a vibe from their outfit. Like, ooh, it's scary, or ooh, it's a very beautiful vibe. And so, again, it's a lot more broad. It has a lot of diversity. It is, subjective. It's not really like, oh, obviously they're trying to portray Carmen from Carmen, or obviously they're trying to portray Marilyn Monroe or Joe DiMaggio from back then. It is more objective. You don't really know what they're trying to portray, but it plays a lot with, color and sometimes imagery as well. It's almost kind of like, oh, this music sounds red. This music sounds green. It's like the music kind of reminds you of this color, and that kind of fits with the outfit, if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone ever gets that too, like, oh, this song just reminds me of the color blue. If this song was a color, it would be blue. This song is very purple to me. I don't know if anyone else gets that. But, when you hear a certain song, you just think of a color related to that. It just pops in your head. So, singles, we have Wakaba Higuchi and her 2021-2022 free skate to Lion King. Now, when I think Lion King, I think more like yellow, I feel like, and not really orange. But this is a more orange outfit, and I really, really love it. It's a beautiful outfit. And so in this outfit, she's wearing this beautiful dark orange dress with these very green, blue kind of streamers of sparkles coming off everywhere. And she's also wearing this, like, tiara crown situation with, like, red jewels. It's beautiful, obviously. But I would say, like, the vibe. This is more of a vibing thing for me. Like, this outfit reminds me of strong. This outfit gives me strong vibes. Like, mighty, strong vibes. Like, I can't explain it, really, because it is very subjective. And you might say, this outfit reminds me of, like, I don't know, fire. I don't really know. This outfit reminds me of wisdom. I don't know. But, like, to me, this outfit is very brave, and it's very strong, it's very, like, mighty, and maybe it has to do with the color of it, if that makes sense. And so, that's why I guess you could say it kind of relates to The Lion King, how The Lion King, I feel like you would think orange, because the lions and the sun and whatnot, and the circle of life. But to me, this is more of a vibing costume, and it's more of, like, I see the vibe you're going for. For your pairs and ice example, Turkila versus Lewis from Iceland, oh my god, from Finland, oh my god, that's so sad, I'm so sorry, they're from Finland, my favorite ice dancers of all time, because I love them so much. They have their, last season's free dance to the music of Schubert, And I don't know how to explain it. Their outfits are not really trying to portray something specific in this. I think it's pretty clear that they're not trying to portray something specific. Let me see if I can find a good picture. So, Julia Tequila, she is skating in this very lavender purple situation. This very, like, kind of translucent, very deep, not deep, light grayish purple situation. While, Julia Tequila, right? That's what I just said. And then Matthias Vesuvius is wearing this, like, dark blue top, but he has, like, hints of the light purple, like, underneath it. And there's all these, like, gray, white sparkles on both their outfits. Absolutely beautiful. And it doesn't really portray very specific. Like, I don't automatically think, oh, they're space creatures. I don't know. What am I saying? Oh, my God. I don't automatically think, oh, my God, space creatures when I see it. I more think, you know, oh, they're both very calming. This is a very deep, reflective program, and things like that. I feel like that's what I get. It's like, oh, it's so deep. It's so reflective. It's so, calming. Like, oh, wow. That's the vibe I get from it, I guess. You know what I mean? Okay. Anyway. Okay. That was reason number 4, is to evoke a vibe. Now, reason number 5 is to make a statement. And, oh my god, my computer. Oh my god. Okay, let me plug in my computer, everybody. Hopefully it isn't too loud. You guys can hear it. Let me plug in my computer before it literally dies and everything. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. Let me plug it in, guys. How are you guys doing? I hope your guys' week is going well. My week has been... It's been alright, I guess. I've gone through some things, is all I'm gonna say. Okay, the day is saved. People... Oh my god, my screen is so bright. Okay, to make a statement, number 5. So this is very unique because it relates outside of the program. While it may relate inside of the program as well, it does relate to a deeper message outside of the program. This is to make a statement to the sport of figure skating, or to make a statement to the world that the skaters are trying to portray through their outfit choice. And, you know, the very, very powerful instance of this is at the 2022 World Figure Skating Championships for me. The Ukrainian skiers, Ivan Shumarako in the men's event, and Alexandra Nazarova and Maxim Nikitin in the ice dance event. In the short program for the men's and the rhythm dance for the ice dance event, they all wore their Team Ukraine shirts to show, you know, how proud they were for their country, how strong they are as skaters, as athletes representing their country. It is such a beautiful... That was a very, very beautiful moment. I don't know. That was such a beautiful moment for me. Like, I was like, oh my god, they are so strong. Their country is so strong. They're representing their country on the stage. And it very much showed me, like, wow, like, this is so beautiful. And so they really made a statement to the world, like, you know, we are here, we are strong, we are mighty, we are not going to go down, to represent their country at such a, you know, hugely publicized and big event, and to show the world that they're still skating, they're still going to represent their country that is so strong, so powerful. And it gets me emotional thinking about it, because that was a very, like, it was like the first season I was watching skating, like, fully, really, and, like, I remember hearing about it, I was like, oh my god, like, wow. But yeah, big props to them. Ivan Shumarako in the men's, Nazarova Nikitin in the ice dance event. Very beautiful, powerful message they portrayed by wearing their outfits that day, or in those events. And so that was making a statement. That was number 5. Now, number 6 is kind of like the miscellaneous category, and, like, I don't really know why you're wearing that, but it's kind of just what you want. Like, it just doesn't, like, you don't really understand, like, how does this music and the program relate to the outfit? I don't know, but it looks good, so why not, you know? So it is kind of just, like, anything the skater wants to wear is, like, it's their choice, right? And so, it's their choice. So, let me think, people. Let me think. So, that was the 6 reasons behind where I want to see why I think, skating exists. Not skating exists. Why I think people wear certain outfits for the reasons they do. So, not number 7. Oh my god. We're done with that. So, what does a costume really do to the viewers? So, as I discussed before, it's the first connection we have. It is that, eating with our eyes. We see a costume first before the program even starts. It is such a crucial moment, I feel like, that we connect before the music starts, before the skater starts skating. Oh, wow, I love that color. Or, oh, wow, I just love those, that the dress or whatever. So it keeps us watching the program after that. Because when we have that initial like of that costume, we want to keep costume. We want to keep watching that program. We want to keep watching. Like, we want to keep our eyes on the screen. Wow, I love how that, shirt looks in the air. I don't know, that's weird. I love how they're, I like how their sleeves look when they're spinning. I like how, this skirt looks like when they're doing a spiral or, things like that. Wow, look at those Swarovski crystals that every single skater seems to have. Look at those colors that they're all melding together. It keeps us watching the program, draws us into the performance, and keeps us wanting to watch more skating, which is obviously amazing. Keep on watching skating, people. And I think in some case, it does give, the personality of a skater. I feel like Luna Hendricks is a prime example of this. I feel like all her costumes are so, iconic, and so they really give her, personality, especially, her recent free skate to Beyonce. I really feel like it gave us that, sleek glam, look at me personality in that program that fits so well. And it even creates memories in our head because, not every human has perfect memory, especially me, can't remember anything in my life, but the outfit creates memories in our head even when the music is forgotten. I really do find that I often forget what music a skater was skating to, and I often remember what they looked like when they were skating. Like, what was their outfit like? Oh wait, I don't remember what they were skating to, but I remember they were wearing this, I think green dress. It was a yellow-green chartreuse. It had these big puffy sleeves. Or, oh my gosh, there was that ice dance couple. I forgot their names, but their music was, I don't know, but they were wearing this beautiful, red and blue contrasting setup. It was so beautiful. And so when we forget music, we forget even skaters' names or the theme. What were they trying to portray again? What was the story behind it? No, I don't remember. But I remember what the outfits looked like. Especially for more visual people like me, I feel like I remember the outfit when I see it. I was like, oh yes, 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 yes. So it creates that memory in our head, and even a little fun fact: Christy Yamaguchi, she has a Stars on Ice costume that she used to wear when she was on that tour in the Smithsonian, which is super cool. So I'm happy that skating outfits are part of history now. Okay, so some of my top favorite costumes to end out the episode, because I feel like it's fun to end out very lighthearted with some of my favorites. Obviously, it's so difficult to pick. There are millions of outfits out there. I cannot just pick a few. These are the ones that I just kind of came up with in my head, oh yeah, I really like the outfit. But each one is special in its own right, as I discussed. The ones above that I already discussed earlier, those ones are all my favorite as well. I love all of those outfits as well. And now for a few additional ones. So, Matteo Rizzo, his Volare short program. I forgot what season he used it. I think it was 2018, 2019. This is one of the vibe ones. There's a common theme going on right here, but puffy sleeves. I love sleeves that look like they're blowing in the wind when someone skates. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like that. But he's wearing this really plain simple white shirt with these big flowy puffy sleeves and these dark crimson maroon pants, and it looks so simple, but it works really, really well, I feel like. And I really like the idea of a more simple looking costume as well. Because oftentimes you see so many like complicated, like, what are they wearing? There's so many sparkles on that. But this is one of those very simple outfits that are so beautiful. Yes. Okay. Yuzuru Hanyu, his Haru Yokoi program. Very sorry if I said that wrong. Oh my god, how can you not love this? Because it is so beautiful. Again, it has these like lacy details hanging from the sleeves that I'm so obsessed with. But then the main outfit is this white shirt. There's tons of like pink sparkles and everything coming off. It looks like, you know, like a cherry blossom tree maybe. Like there's some deeper tones of like yellow in there, some purples, but mainly pink and white. So beautiful. And these like lace hanging things off his sleeve, and the same thing like on the bottom of the shirt. Like that's so cool. Nikolai Momola from Italy, his Samson and Delilah program is so cool to look at. There, he's wearing this white shirt and he has this like gold accents everywhere, gold kind of armlets, I guess, on his like forearm, and then on his like where there would be a belt, he's wearing this giant gold, not wearing, he's not, it's part of the outfit, but it's like this big gold kind of situation we have. And then on the side of the pants is very golden as well, and it's not like a yellow gold, it's really like shiny gold. I don't know how to explain. I like it. Mai Mihara, oh my gosh, I feel like Mai Mihara always gets good outfits. Like she has the best outfits of anyone. But her Fairy of the Forest program, like I love it. But she's wearing this like periwinkle light green get up, and there's so many golden sparkles going on everywhere, white lines going down the outfit. Literally, she looks like a fairy. Like it's called Fairy of the Forest for the music, but she looks like she is a fairy. She looks like she came out of Tinkerbell and was like, oh my god, what? I'm a skater? Yeah. Okay, Josephine Tallygold, her Elvis free skate. This is such a unique outfit. I love it. She's wearing this shirt with, in the middle of the shirt going down, there's these white sparkles, like line of sparkles, big band of sparkles with purple accents, purple collar. On the sleeves, there's purple, and, you know, there's kind of like this almost polka dotty like pattern going on like the belt area, I feel like. And the rest of the outfit's black, but like I love black and purple together. It looks so good, and I feel like it gives me that Elvis vibe. Okay, Paris, we have Sui and Han, their Mission Impossible. Oh my god, this is the like definition of like sleek and elegant, and yes, we have Mission Impossible outfits. We are spies. So Sui is wearing this black kind of skirt getup, and then I don't know. She's wearing this like shirt that is kind of opening down, but there's these glittering whites on the side, and then she has these like long black sleeves going down, and then he is wearing this like suit, but the like suit jacket part has all these white glittered sparkles too, and they look like they just like, yeah, we're spies. And then Atina we already mentioned, but let's mention them again. Orihara Pirinen from Finland, their Chicago free dance. Oh my gosh, their outfits, obsessed with them so much. They're wearing black, but they're have like these triangle patterns going down. I can't explain. They're like V curves in like golden. Both of them have that, and especially her gloves. She's wearing these gloves with black and then the same golden. Love it. And then that is it. But overall, I really do hope figure skating never becomes a boring sport where they all randomly wear black and white for no reason at all. Like, the costumes make me want to watch figure skating even more. Like, ooh, who's wearing what this season? But I really hope no one I feel like people, man, if costumes die out, like, I will just stop watching. Like, I love seeing costumes. Like, yeah. So, costumes are iconic and they need to remain so, because I love every season how we have, oh my gosh, like, that outfit was so good. And then sometimes we're like, the community's like, ooh, I don't know about that outfit. But, yeah. Anyway, where is my degree, ISU? I expect it in the mail really now. My PhD in figure skating costume analysis. But yes, Dr. Van Gogh over here, I am happily looking for a professorship to teach about figure skating and to do research about figure skating. I happily will do that for anyone at all. But yeah, that is it for this episode of 18 Talking Podcast. I hope you have enjoyed. Next week, we have an episode related to something happening next week. You probably know what it is. It's pretty big. It is sports related happening next week. But it is a figure skating related episode happening over there. And yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode of 18 Talk Skating Podcast. I hope you have liked me ranting about figure skating outfits and costumes for a solid 50 minutes or something now. And yes, I will see you next week. Bye-bye.